what we have here in front of me are two 22 revolvers. We have the Ruger LCR, which I think many people are familiar with. And then new to our channel, we had just done a very short video on it. We have the Taurus 942, and that's in a 3-inch barrel. And so we were going to do a short comparison on them today because there is a very significant difference in price. And we'll see where that takes us. We'll start with the Taurus 942 and a speed loader from Amazon, which is not quite right. But I don't think that's the Taurus's problem. That's from the guy that ordered it.
Or it's mislabeled.
Well, let's try the other speed loader, because maybe. Oh. Okay, that one's just fine. This one, not so fine. Okay, we'll start with a couple of single shots. Not too bad. Ejects easily. And it looks like not the greatest screw, but looks like it would do the job. Okay, now we may as well shoot a double action group because the LCR is double action only. Now on this Ruger, it came with a black front sight, and it's entirely a stock gun, except the front sight has been touched up with red, which makes it much easier to pick up. As you probably have experienced, black on black can be pretty tough. Anyway, here we go. Double action. Again, not the greatest grouping, but we'll have to actually walk down and take a look at it. Okay, not as bad as what I would have thought. I really wasn't, quote, aiming per se, but really all the shots are, it's decent. It's a $399 gun. The trigger's a little stiff in double action, but not terrible. You paint the front sight, it's easy to pick up. Really, so far it's better than what I would have expected. So let's shoot the Ruger.
I'll put a fresh one because I hit that two times.
Okay, let's put a fresh target out there and we'll compare the Ruger. Many of you would be familiar with the Ruger line of LCRs, double action only. This one is equipped with the laser sight, which we are not going to use today. It also has the front sight has been touched up with some white paint. I can't remember if we did that or not. Probably.
I think that's a factory one. They originally were black on black, but Ruger changed them after a couple of years.
Okay, so here we go. And of course, this will be double action only. And we'll put another 8 through it just because we can.
Your left-right is good. I would say you're about 2.5 inches high up the bullseye.
Okay, another 8. Haven't shot this gun in a long time, so.
A little to the right of the sticky target. If it was a silhouette, they would all been safely in the center mass. So.
Okay, on the Ruger, we did have one shell that fired, but the ejector slipped right by it. And these are CCI mini mags. Not a big deal as far as maybe we should shoot 8 more just to be sure.
Might as well.
Fine. Oh, and while we are at it, we'll do 8 more from the Taurus just because we can. All right, let's go down and. All right, which gun did I shoot better?
Over the shoulder, I would say your group from the Taurus was slightly better than the group from the Ruger.
Yeah, I don't really know where the shots from the Ruger.
Well, the first set was here, and then the rest of your the second 2 were here.
Okay, so I would have to say that I shot the 942 a little bit better, maybe a lot better.
Do you think that was the combination of the red front sight and then the longer sight radius?
Yeah, I think the sights on the Ruger are on the Taurus are better, and the single action trigger or the double action trigger on the Ruger is okay. It's pretty good, but I don't think the Taurus is that bad. You know, shooting them one right after another.
Yeah, I
didn't really notice it as being a significant difference. The Taurus is heavier gun, so I don't think I would criticize either one of them, but too much. But I would have to say, if you're at least at this point with as many rounds as we have through the Taurus, which would be about 50 or 60, maybe.
Maybe closer to 100, but
yeah, it could very well be that. But from a budget perspective, I think I'd probably give it some serious consideration. So, but we're going to have to in future videos get a few more rounds through it before we pronounce it as the 22 revolver.
Well, I think there's one more test you should do. That you said we weren't going to do the laser, but I think we do need to do a cylinder with the laser versus the iron sights of the Taurus and see if maybe that laser actually helps in terms of sighting and hitting the target better.
Well, because
those laser sights are relatively inexpensive.
What would an LCR run then? Maybe $5 or $6.99?
I think you could find a used 22 one, probably $449, and new maybe $549 to $600 would be my guess.
And the sight? would be like,
I don't know, $89.
okay, so you might have $500 or $600 in it, depending whether it was new or used.
Yeah. Which I got mine used, and it included that laser sight, and it didn't cost, it was just, part of the deal. So.
Yeah. And the Taurus, I think, was around $399, somewhere in that range. Maybe $379.
So we have one hit with the Ruger so far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 hits, or 7 hits with the Taurus. Yeah. So will the laser make a difference in our pseudo self-defense?
And plus we had a number that were, fairly close.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Well, we'll see. I do want to say before we shoot the Ruger that on the Taurus, I was just able to pull a holster. I didn't use any more out of my collection. And seems to fit okay. It happens to be from Azula. They sell on the internet. I've bought several holsters from. Not that that's an endorsement, but I tend to like their holsters. Okay, now the Ruger. So this is really going to be a test between is the laser a worthwhile investment over the iron sights, and we're going to see. Okay, laser's easy to find, easy to turn on. I'm going to shoot at the bottom target. Chamber that was a little bit sticky on that, ejecting, but that just could be maybe a cleaning issue.
Yeah, I haven't cleaned that in forever.
Well, that's good because guns frequently don't get cleaned every week or even every year.
Or ever.
And sometimes guns go years and not clean. Not that anybody in our viewing audience would ever do that.
Right, no, never, not our viewers.
Okay, here we go. 8 more laser Ruger LCR 22. All right, we'll see if it helped, if it made a difference.
Did you want to do 8 more from the Taurus first, or at the top?
Oh, what the hell. Might as well because I'm having fun. Normally, if I was shooting 9 millimeters, out of a full-size revolver, I'd be all right. But a lot of the small frame 9 millimeters and the small 380 pocket pistols, because of my arthritis, bug me. And so, I enjoy shooting 22s because you really don't have the recoil. Okay, 8 more double action from the 942 Taurus. The front sight's pretty good. Being old it's always a surprise when you walk down there and see where your bullets went. Okay, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a bunch went through there, a couple there. So I would say the laser sight helped.
The laser sight definitely helped from watching over the shoulder.
Yeah.
But I would still say you shot the Taurus iron sights better because you put multiple in this area.
Yeah.
And it could be that if you shot them in reverse order, would you have shot the one better than the other just by virtue of you know, the previous practice, who knows?
I think both guns feel good in the hand, but honestly, I like the feel of the Taurus a little bit better. It just feels more in the style of revolvers that I grew up shooting.
Yeah.
Not that the Taurus is bad, it's not.
Or the Ruger.
Or the Ruger is bad, it's not. I'd buy either one. Right now, I don't know. I'm feeling good about the Taurus, but we got to get a few more rounds through it.
I think this time, before we call it as good as the Ruger at a cheaper price, it needs to survive much more rounds before we make that pronouncement.
Yeah, totally. We got to get more rounds through it. But so far, we're off to a favorable start.
It's trending in the direction it needs to.
Yeah,
so
when we get to 1,000 rounds, we'll make a pronouncement.
Yeah, that's a better. Yeah.
But so far, for the price, it's doing okay.
It's doing good.
Yeah.
So far, it's competing favorably with the Ruger, and we're going to hope that continues.
Yeah. Well, this seems like a good place to end our video for today. If you like and enjoyed our content, please let us know in the comments section. And if you have time, please click that subscribe button. And Finn and I really appreciate you getting this far.
They have no idea where we are, who we are, where we're coming from, or who we're throwing to.
Yeah! Cookie! They're gonna drop the games on you! Hey!
Those dogs that look like that have more fun than any dog. Because they're always chasing things and running and going after stuff and retrieving.